Hi, friends. If you're able to come live with me, come say hi. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm going to start in a couple minutes. And here on the East Coast, it's 12:42. I was going to probably be live about 10 minutes. I wanted to share how to stop thinking in higher vibration, and in the moment that you could be kind of working through maybe self-sabotage, or maybe you could be working through a hard time in your life. And I wanted to give you my one tool that will help you get from, and I'm looking down here. So this is from when I did my yoga instructed training, and this is the pyramid table of human emotions. And I will make sure that I have put this in the comments, or message me if anybody would like this. I see a couple people jumping on. Come say hi. I think my comments are working. I don't know. Does Facebook not like me? Well, come say hi. Let me know if my comments are working. So this is the periodic table of human emotions. So what I'm going to explain to you is, so down here, what I realized the last couple weeks in speaking with clients, and even through a couple weeks of my own, realizations, is the only way to get from, so here, if you can see it, fear. So this would be fear, this would be stress, this would be disgust, this would be contemplation, all of this. So this is like, as we call it, the low vibe, or like lower end of the scale. Up here is love, empathy, compassion, gratitude, the higher end. So the only thing that I realized, and the only thing that I can tell you guys, that for one, energy is everything, but is excitement. To get from, now this could be from if you're just starting out to manifesting, if you're just, in this kind of like, I feel like I can't move, I feel like things are starting to feel like they were last year. The only way to get from fear, because let's face it, you can't get rid of fear. It's going to be there, and it's actually there to help you. So to get from fear, which is the low vibe, the other part of the chart, to love, compassion, that high vibe. And I want to tell you that, through my own experiences, 80% of the time of our life, of our day, we are in habits. So for one, I invite you, the one tip I do is invite, what habits are you doing? Are you doing something a little each day? Because you can't change. You can't be like, I want these goals, I'm going to have this to-do list. And then that's where you get that I feel like a failure because I didn't do 6 things on my list that I want to change. I invite you to one, work on one thing that you want to change a day. The second, try to do one different thing each day. And for an example, when I was talking to a client the other day with self-sabotage, with imposter syndrome, if you have a business, obviously you're a business owner. Like for me, I went through imposter syndrome. It reminded me that I should just lean into feeling like a fraud, because to be honest, nobody's going to admit to you. I shouldn't say that. I will admit to you that I feel like that, at different levels. But every single person that has a business, or every single person that has been through an entrepreneur journey or whatever, hi Kim, thanks for jumping on, will tell you that they felt like a fraud. And what I've told myself and my clients is, what if I just be, in that moment, what if I just be the person that I want to be? You stop feeling like a fraud, because it's you telling yourself that you're a fraud, and you're not, because you have all of the knowledge. It's not anybody else that's telling you that. I mean, granted, yes, of course, there are some people that might tell you, but they're not going to tell it to your face. And if they do, that's social media trolls. Don't worry about them. So, that could also be one too. And then the second is to realize that you have, like, vibration is one thing, and so is energy. And I really love when Nicholas Tesla says, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Because we only ever have two vibrations. That's anybody here. And then we just keep going up, it's like a sliding scale, just like this. It's a scale. Like this is a table, but you go back and forth. And it's just those times that you can't always sit in fear, like, oh, you can be excited and you love and everything could be happening. But then I'm sure, let me know in the comments, some people were like, oh, everything's going good. And I can say this because I used to do this to myself. So you say, oh, everything's going good. When's the next time something's going to go bad? And then you are in this love, compassion, excitement, and then you're stealing that joy away from yourself because you're fearful of when the next thing is going to happen. And you're stealing your own happiness from yourself. Because I got to be honest, if you think that your triggers are coming from everybody else around you, I have to be the one to tell you, and I can be devil's advocate. It's only you versus you. And it's only me, and if you're looking at my face or you're watching me right now, and if I'm saying something to trigger you, ask yourself why. Because I'm just a mirror, and same thing with you guys. Like, it's just a mirror back to ask yourself this third tip. What in this moment am I being shown? What lesson do I need to learn in this moment? What am I being shown? That your triggers are just what needs to heal inside of you, or what you need help with inside of you. So my fourth, and the last tip that I'm going to leave with, my fourth tip is how you can lean in to the resistance that you're feeling. Or if you don't even know what resistance is, or what emotion that you're feeling, journal about it. Because a lot of people, I also hear too, a lot of, my clients or people that I've worked with, or just in general on social media, I hear like, oh, just make sure you stay happy, but it's like, if you try to go around how you feel, or the only way through feeling those emotions is feel them to release them. So if you are feeling, if you're feeling insecure, ask yourself why. Think about that experience, journal about it. Think about that experience that you felt, I don't know, when you were a child, that you were insecure. Or who in your orbit, aura, whatever, is making you feel that way. Because that also could be you're taking on external forces outside of you that are, mirroring back to you that, maybe you need to kind of step back from that person, or maybe look at the foundation. Reach out to me too if you need some other tips of how to have a stable foundation. Because here's the thing, this is just like a building. If you don't have a stable foundation, this is with yourself. So let me just go with yourself. So if you don't have a stable foundation with yourself, it is going to crumble every single time you have stress, every single time you go through a breakup, every single time that you have like something in your business that you're showing the universe, hey, I want this, I'm manifesting this, but then you also are manifesting your reality that you can't take on anymore, because you will crumble when you have stress, or you will crumble when you're fear. So that stable foundation with yourself is very important. And here's the thing, you can't have that stable foundation. I'll be happy to help you, because I was that person, and I was that person 2 years ago, a year ago, and I took responsibility for the healing of my own healing. And I literally just had a little example of it 2 weeks ago. And I had asked my own mentor, I said, look, if I didn't have that stable foundation with myself, I would have crumbled again, like I did last year. So I'm just being honest with you with, if you need that help of figuring out these emotions, or you don't understand your emotions, because here's the thing, I was 30 years old when I started to understand my emotions. 30 years old. And I'll say that again. I was 30 years old. It doesn't matter. It's a number. As long as you could be 72 years old and understand your emotions, because you're still here. You have to understand your emotions, but you have to allow that to happen. It's uncomfortable, but sometimes when you're uncomfortable, you have to, you have that realization that you can look back and be like, I'm so proud of myself for doing that. And to say that out loud, to feel it too. And that is when you say, like, and you don't feel like a fraud anymore. So to recap what I said, to help you not feel like a fraud or a failure, lean into that resistance of maybe just be that person. What if you are just that person that you want to be in the future? So in that moment, yes, I mean, you might feel like, you know, imposter syndrome a little bit, like a fraud, but you have all of the knowledge and wisdom about that. So you have to work through, it's like you dig deeper and deeper and deeper to figure out why you feel that way. And usually it's resistance to, you know, judgment, but that just means if you're whatever you're thinking as a mirror, if I think that I'm being judged, I look at the world from the inside out. So what am I judging myself on too harshly? What expectation am I putting on myself that's not realistic? So again, it's only us versus us, I should just say, you know, you versus you. And to be honest, if you can actually use another human being, because we're all beings, we're all connected, we're all one. That's what I truly believe. If you can use that other person and strengthen the boundaries within yourself as a mirror, because we all mirror each other, what can you learn in that lesson, or what can you learn from that situation of that person? And then if you take a step back and you realize what that person is actually doing, it's just, like I said, a mirror of what else needs to be healed inside of you. Because, you know, healing is not, there's no end goal to healing. It's the journey, and it's the destiny. And when I speak about destiny and journey, to get excited, for me, I always thought that I was weird. Well, I know I'm weird, but I always thought that I was weird, that I got excited to heal. But I realized that's actually a tool that I have taught my clients, and I've taught myself when I even go through things. Because let's be honest. Yes, I've done a lot. Yes, I'm a leader. Yes, I have my own business. Yes, but I'm still human at the end of the day, and I still have these same things. But now, you know, I can guide others to do the same thing if they want to that I did. So drop below in the comments if this has been helpful, and if you've been struggling with self-sabotage, or you've been struggling with imposter syndrome, if you have your own business. I would love to know if any of you found this one tool is excitement. And if you think to myself, Lauren, you're crazy, I'm not going to get excited about feeling fearful to do the next thing. Just try it. And keep trying it and keep practicing, and I really truly want to hear in the comments, or whenever you're watching this, if you've had this situation, and I would love to know if you just got excited about it. I'm not talking about the negative things. If you're being abused, or if you're not being treated right, that's not what I mean. What I mean is, if it's, you know, something that's healthy, meaning fear is not healthy to stay in, but if you're feeling fear, and you're like, it's a scale, if you're going back and forth, teeter totter, it's like balance, you're on a scale, and you feel that fear, and then you get excited to do something different, or excited to do something, that is what I mean. So if you are in an abusive relationship, please reach out to me. I'd love to help you there. But I'm not saying try to fix that. I am talking about fixing yourself, because that is the only thing that you can do. And you can heal yourself, and then you can help heal others. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day.